Good afternoon, folks. This is probably going to be the last video I make before the Christmas, the New Year's season, and I wanted to adjust the camera a little bit. The topic today is on empathy. I watched a video last night about a lobster, of all things, a lobster, and this guy took a lobster from the store and made it a pet. And I found that very intriguing because, here we go to a grocery store. We pick out a lobster, bring it home, we cook it, and lobster. But this individual took this lobster home and made it a pet. And I found that interesting because when we talk about empathy in that same analogy, we sometimes lose focus of that surroundings around us and not emphasize or make the issue which is important about other people or about that individual, excuse me, that may need some help or need some guidance. And I've learned this as I move further along with my writings, especially my writings, my research, working on a new one on the social dynamics of Native American reservations. And I just did a for a professional article on gambling and on the reservations. And I find as I move further along this is empathy. And when we have empathy, we increase that motivation because we're not really focusing on our lives, but we're focusing on the lives of others. And the goal here in life, folks, is not always to emphasize what's maybe what we see important, but what that other person sees important. Another case in point is I have friends all across the globe, and what I might see as an issue. For instance, I've been busy. I'm just finished rewriting chapter 4, got chapter 5. Break starts on the last day for our Christmas break is tomorrow. But here again, what I think might be important for this individual, say for instance, in China, or I've got friends in Ukraine, I've got also friends in Saudi Arabia, does that not necessarily mean what they think is important. So with that said, what I try to do and what you should do as an individual is ask the open questions about people and not necessarily get very upset about things. What I'm learning, for instance, I'm reading this book right now called Multipliers by Liz uh, Wiseman. And what I'm learning through that is it's about multipliers. They're about good leaders make people around them smart. And that's part of this empathy issue is what I try to do as an individual is keep the people that are, if I'm positive, they're going to be positive around me. If I'm negative, the people that are around me are going to be negative. If I'm smart and I look out for the behavior of those individuals around me, they will be smart and they'll look out for other people. There's Denzel Washington does a good speech about where he says you reach down, you grab somebody as you're going up the ladder. And I think this is and it's on YouTube, and I think it's an excellent thing to watch. And I'll recommend it to anyone that you reach down the ladder, you bring somebody up as you're moving up the ladder. And the point out of this is part of this empathy as well, is that when you do this, you're creating this positive atmosphere about it. And it goes back to what I said, what Ms. Wiseman says, is that you create this atmosphere of this positive interaction with people because the fact of it is you want people to be smart and solve their problems, but you don't necessarily have to be the knight in white shining armor to save them. What you're trying to do is help people be a better person. And then that's what I try to do as a psychologist. And part of what I'm reflecting on this weekend and probably next week is where I want this coaching and mentoring business to go. You know, you don't know, but I know, is where I like to see it transpire at, as well as the PhD, and then I would like to work with a recovery group of people and put myself in a leadership role. Well, anyway, the point here I'm trying to make is if you increase your empathy or increase the surrounding of helping other people, you will increase your motivation, and you will also increase your self-esteem because you're really actually helping other people out. Anyway, I'd like to say please like and subscribe below in the corner there. Also remember I have a book out, Don't Buy That Lottery Ticket, now available on Amazon. Please, makes a great stocking stuffer. It's only about 30, 40 pages. It's an excellent book, it's a small book, probably can read it in a couple days. Very reflective book anyway. This is probably going to be the last video I make before Christmas. Also, I may make one next week. But I want to wish everyone who watches my video happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and thank you again. And please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thanks. Have a great day.